Governor Walz, as you're aware, Minnesota saw the largest COVID-19 fraud scheme in the nation. The so-called nonprofit Feeding Our Future falsely claimed to have served 91 million meals to children, for which it received nearly $250 million in federal funds. According to the FBI, the $250 million in federal taxpayer money was, quote, funneled into luxury homes, cars, and lavish lifestyles while families struggled. In March, 2 individuals were convicted in connection with this case, and I understand related investigation continues. The FBI stated that, quote, the egregious fraud uncovered in the Feeding Our Future case represents the blatant betrayal of public trust. The FBI will not allow criminals to rob federal programs and walk away unscathed. We'll expose their schemes, dismantle their networks, and ensure they face the full weight of justice. Do you support the federal government's efforts to bring to justice those who stole federal taxpayer money at the expense of hungry children in your state?
Thank you, Dr. Foxx. Wholeheartedly. And this is a great example. When the federal government works with the state, we reported it, they prosecuted them, they are in prison.
So do you support federal efforts to bring to justice those who commit federal crimes in Minnesota?
I most certainly do.
Okay. Does Minnesota honor ICE detainer requests?
Congresswoman, thank you for the question. I've been making sure I get my opportunity here. Minnesota follows all federal law. State law requires, and I would say the state law requires all state and county facilities to ask for immigration status when a convicted felon is committed and tells DHS if they're undocumented. All state facilities. DOC calls DHS before a convicted felon leaves prison. We have a controlled handover.
How can we be sure that your state is serious about cooperating with the federal government to enforce our immigration laws?
We do it on a daily basis, Congresswoman. And again, I say this is the floor. Counties can do more, but here's the confusion we have right now. Last week, a list of supposed sanctuary cities or counties were put out. Many of those were counties in Minnesota that had gone above and beyond. Their sheriffs said it put them at risk because they were doing that. They were sharing information and doing what they're supposed to do. It's a coordination issue.
But you said in your answer it's only if they've been convicted of crimes that
or a judicial warrant. Or a judicial warrant. That's correct. After due process has been served.
So that you don't cooperate if they're illegally here and the ICE comes to get them.
If they have gone through the process, Congresswoman, and they have received due process, and ICE's job is to come and get them. It's what I've been saying all day.
But if they're here illegally, then they're here illegally. There's no, they've broken the law already.
Many are here as asylum seekers. They've overstayed a visa.
I have another question to ask you, Governor. As I've said before in this committee, innocent American taxpayers are collateral damage in the Democrats' pursuit of open border policies. Americans pay with their wallets, their safety, and all too often their lives. This is unacceptable. I'm sure you're aware, Governor, that your state has spent hundreds of millions of state taxpayer dollars to address the surge of illegal aliens in Minnesota. Are you also aware of any NGOs operating in your state that provide services to illegal aliens, and have those NGOs received any federal funding?
I can't answer that at this time. I don't have it in front of me.
Well, we have to end the shameful practice of NGOs working against immigration law enforcement efforts. That's why I introduced H.R. 245, the Grant Integrity and Border Security Act, to stop NGOs who work against U.S. laws from receiving a single cent of taxpayer funds. Americans should never tolerate a government that uses their own tax money against them. And, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.